What is going on YouTube? Hitter back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. We're also going to be looking at DueDEX as well as the current coin market cap. Specifically in today's video, I want to talk about the crazy bull run we're actually starting to experience within cryptocurrency, specifically Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of the bigger cryptos that we have on the market. You can actually see just by a quick glance that Litecoin is actually exploding up in price. We actually topped off closer to $50. We had Bitcoin, which is now at almost $10,000, Ethereum, which is closer to 310, and XRP, which is dipping down a little bit lower. But all these cryptos are blasting off and exploding to higher prices, and there is some crazy stuff that has to be said in today's video. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. Otherwise, this was so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns relating to the channel, cryptocurrency, the stock market, you can DM me over there. But otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So before we jump into today's video, I want to once again give a shout out to the Crypto TV DueDEX $200 Bitcoin giveaway that is still going on. Link is in the description down below. So definitely make sure to check it out. It is completely free to enter. There is over, I believe, 480 people now that have invested into the giveaway. There's 21 days left. So literally just 3 weeks left before, less than 3 weeks left before we decide to figure out, or we figure out who is the winner of this raffle. But there's up to 7 ways to enter. It is completely free, so definitely make sure to check it out. Each way you enter gives you more entries. You can see the value of them, so I highly recommend you do this. The last thing is you do have to have a DueDEX account in order to receive the $200. Otherwise, moving into the rest of the video, you can see that yesterday's video we discussed we're heading higher. Bulls are back. You know, what are we expecting right now? XRP, Ripple, and Bitcoin hodlers. This is what we're talking about. And we're having some great discussions on Patreon, which is also linked in the description. We did put out a few different trades that actually resulted in some fairly profitable moves. This was all linked in yesterday's, it's all linked in my Patreon. It is all posted on my Patreon. Patreon is specifically where I post all my trades, all my, leverage shorts, buy longs, everything like that. It's all in my Patreon, and we have quite a bit of people who are making a fair bit of money leveraging out Bitcoin right now in that group. So I highly recommend you join that if you're interested in learning my trades, or of other people that are interested in learning, and you want to kind of have this great community knit that we have going on right now, that where there's tons of people that are, I think over 120 people now that are interested in the same stuff you are. And you know what they say, surround yourself by 10 people that for the most part relate to you, and that is who you'll become. If 10 people are garbage pickers and you decide to hang out with them, there's a fair chance you'll be the next. And if 10 people are millionaires and you hang out with them, there's a good chance you'll be the 11th. So if you see where I'm going with that, it's definitely recommended. So moving on from that, we now have some very interesting things to look at. So specifically, you can see markets are up about 3%, really not blasting off, but we are up a fair bit. Cardano once again is up another 10%, but we have Ethereum up 8 and XRP up 4. So there's our cryptos that are blasting off fairly frequently and much higher than we've anticipated. We also see that Bitcoin is literally hanging out at close to $10,000 on price, 9,995. You can see we are very close. There's something that I do want to discuss with you guys in regards to Bitcoin. Specifically looking at the charts here, you guys can see we have 12 hours and 7 minutes left. This is basically the ticking time clock that we really have to spend quite a bit of time, analyzing and looking at. We need to see how these last 12 hours reflect the way this weekly candle closes. If the weekly candle closes above this downtrend, which we have not been able to break below, there's a fairly high chance we'll be breaking out to the upside. The bulls would be coming back in, which would be incredible. Noticing that we do have what appears to be a bull flag. You can see the bull flag clearly forming right here. And I believe if I just type in bull flag crypto, you can see the definitions of those right here. Bull flag, pennant flag. This is ultimately what I'm referring to. Some sort of bull flag. You can see as it moves up. Here's a flag, then it breaks higher. Or right here, we move up. we capitalize down, and then we break upwards. It happens over and over and over again. I can kind of see the same thing happening right here. This bull flag could be leading us into a higher break. I'm very concerned though as to how these candles are going to close, because I can just show you guys the past, and as you know from the past history of Bitcoin, we've closed way higher than this downtrend, much higher than this downtrend numerous times. Just a couple of weeks ago, we closed much higher than the downtrend right here. Or sorry, we had experienced volume that has pushed us up above the downtrend. We didn't close below here, but that's what I'm afraid of. So I want to see the next 12 hours exactly how we move. If we close the next 12 hours and the candle closes and a new one starts and it's outside this downtrend, we start a candle up here at 10,000. I'm switching bullish because I'm going to anticipate a higher movement. But if we correct all the way back down below this downtrend, then I'm once again still in a bearish mindset. But we do have to just spend quite a bit of time discussing it. The other interesting thing to pay attention to is within the 12 hours, we are now retesting overbought. So it would be fairly difficult for us to kind of hang up here and stay up here when we are retesting overbought. Notice every time in the past we retested here, we weren't actually overbought. We were just merely below at 62. Retested here, we were at 53. But now we're at literally 70. We're at 70 on the RSI. And this is a great result that there's probably going to be some sort of correction lower. So before you guys go, oh my God, we're breaking out, let's buy into this coin, let's pay close attention that this could be a pump fake. We could easily, within the next 12 hours, we'll see by tonight, we could easily correct all the way back down and close a candle below this resistance. It is very possible. So we have to spend an extra bit of time looking at this and seeing if we close above here, we're probably going to experience a bullish cross on the MACD. We'll be extremely bullish moving forward. If we close above here, and this crosses over, extremely bullish. If we correct down lower and we reject off the red resistance right here like this, boom, obviously we're going to be swinging bearish. So it is definitely something you have to spend quite a bit of time analyzing. And obviously all of my trades will be posted on my Patreon in the description down below. So definitely make sure to sign up for that. So that has a mirror reflection on Bitcoin. Looking at Bitcoin on DueDEX, you'll see we are above the resistance, but we've been above here in the past. And as you guys can clearly tell, throughout the week, we've moved up, and eventually we closed down below the downtrend. So once again, with the 12 hours left, we need to see, is this candle wick going to stay above here and close above here and then trend higher? Or are we going to wick down below here within the next 12 hours, fall to 9,400, which would ultimately signal correction? Otherwise, moving on to the other cryptocurrencies, going through the order, XRP is breaking up. You can see as we are retesting the moving average on the daily, we're reflecting over. We're starting to see a bullish cross. We are retesting overbought right now, so that is why we're having this rejection at the moment. I do just want to check us out on the weekly because you can see we are actually starting to move up higher. And I'm fairly certain that the way XRP is headed, the way it wants to move, very similar to Cardano and the other cryptos, is there's a very high chance XRP is going to move back up to its moving average. It is going to move back up to 30 cents. So I'm fairly bullish now on XRP. I am long term, like the next couple of weeks, maybe into October, I'm fairly bullish on XRP that we're going to head up to higher levels. So you heard it from me. Check it out. It is definitely something to consider, but I do believe we're going to continue to head up higher within XRP. We'll probably see some more correction to the downside before then, but I do believe long term, until like maybe October, November, we are going to continue heading up. Ethereum is now retesting overbought on its weekly, so I'd be shocked if this coin gets any higher. I would wait out. I mean, this coin just broke out. Now we have other cryptos that are preparing to break out, like XRP, like Bitcoin. So definitely make sure to check those cryptos out. But you can see we're extremely overbought, extremely overextended, and there's a good chance this is going to consolidate lower. The reason Ethereum broke out, clear uptrend, clear consolidation to the upside, clear resistance here, and we broke out. We broke bullish, which is incredible and amazing. But take your profits and run, because it's not going to experience this all the time, and it's not going to be too often. So definitely consider that. Otherwise, let's look at Litecoin, and we'll wrap up today's video. Litecoin is once again the same thing, rejecting off of its top resistance, which is what I anticipate to happen within Ethereum. As Ethereum is overbought currently, I do believe Litecoin is going to be hitting resistance and correcting downwards, and the same thing is going to happen with Ethereum. Ethereum is going to hit its resistance and start to correct lower. Otherwise, though, when we extend outwards and look at the weekly, you can see we pretty much caught up to this moving average, and that's what I anticipate to happen within XRP. It's also what I anticipate to happen within Litecoin if we haven't already. You see, Litecoin is below its moving average, so I do believe that long term, even though we're overbought on the daily, we're at 50 on the RSI. I do believe we've potentially hit a bottom here, because guess what? We have finally completed a massive weekly downtrend, a weekly symmetrical triangle. This is now the point of breakout, and you can see it's starting to move up. So I do believe that if the candle closes in 12 hours, this coin is going to easily move to $60 to $85 as we finally complete a 3-year downtrend. So this is pretty incredible, actually. We finally consolidated out enough where we're actually retesting and starting to break up bullish. Last thing is I want to check out Ethereum and see how we look on the weekly as well. So the weekly is definitely much quicker than, say, Bitcoin, or sorry, Litecoin, which we looked at. So there's not much of a true pattern on here. We are also overtesting, overbought on the weekly, but I would pay more attention, guys, to, I would say, Litecoin, 100% Litecoin, being that we're below our weekly moving average, and we are breaking out of a massive 3-year symmetrical triangle. So I pay attention to Litecoin, I pay attention to Bitcoin and XRP. Otherwise, that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. Like I said, definitely make sure to participate in the Crypto TV DueDEX giveaway. Link is in the description, as well as make sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.